Hey everybody, Buzz Miller Wannabe Studios. I was not going to do a video today. I had no interest in doing a video today. And then the UPS man showed up and said, here's your package. And I went, oh. So I'm here to show you what every guitarist needs. I have a confession to make. If we were all in a circle right now and this were a self-help group, I would raise my hand and go, hi, my name's Buzz, and I have a problem. My problem is I go on Craigslist and I hunt for super strat guitars that have Floyd Rose tremolos that are so screwed up that the guitar won't even play. And I go to the people's house and I say, oh my gosh, what is this the way, and I act stupid, is this the way it's supposed to be? Why is it doing, And I buy the guitar for nothing, and then I bring it home, I take it all apart, I fix all the Floyd Rose stuff, I get it all set. If I want it to fully float, I let it fully float. If I want to block it out, I block it out. I get it set, and I've got a guitar that's worth 10 times what I paid for it. Here's the problem. Yeah, I've got 50 guitars in this room. I went out when I built this studio, I went out and I bought the good quality, went down to my local music store, got the guitar hangers that hang on the wall, and the ones that hang on the wall are usually the nicer guitars, but I have all these really cool super strats laying around, or some real strats, or some not even super strats, some Les Paul styles, single cuts, double cut, whatever. I've got all these cool guitars, and I have to lean them against the wall, or I have to do this, or I have to do that, because I'm out of spots to put guitar stands. I've got, I've got super cool guitars that lean against amps. You can't do that. That's not right. This guitar is way too cool to lean against an amp. So what did I do? I went out and bought another, because I already have two. Now I have three. These are the horizontal guitar stands that hold 3, 5, or 7. I bought the 7 because, why not? It's almost the same price as the 3. We're going to unbox it, we're going to put it together, we're going to throw a couple of guitars on it, and I'm going to tell you why I think this is the coolest purchase for 30, 40 bucks. The unboxing! There really isn't much I don't understand the whole unboxing concept. I never really got it. We have what should be 3 equal length square tubes. I like the square ones. They have the ones with the bent rounded edges. I actually had a problem with one of those falling over and I went, nope, no more. So I like the square ones, but the other ones are really cool. So we've got 2 that are solid. We've got 1 that has holes in it. Boop, 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 boop. Those holes are going to be used here in just a second. Let's see what else is in the package. Let's just dump it out on my lap. Okay, get that out of the way. We have a bag of goodies. Now these have a bunch of screws to hold everything together. We've got all the I don't even know what they call them. All the studs that sit out, that hang onto the headstocks, or actually where the neck sits on. Let's see what we got in here. We have, and we should have, all the legs. Yeah, looks like this one's actually different from the ones I'm used to getting. That's fine. We're gonna, of course I don't have a, I don't have a key. You know what? We're gonna use a headphone jack because that's the kind of things I have around, 1/8" headphone jack. I'm gonna cut the tape with 1/8" headphone jacks. Yep. Once it breaks it, you should be able to tear it from there. Of course, I'm too weak to or something. There we go. Okay. Fine. Is that why they watch these stupid unboxing? To watch people struggle with packing tape? Okay, we're going to throw those to the side. Okay, we've got 2 legs and the 2 adjustable. Now, there are certain people that probably put these things together with instructions. I am not one of those kind of people. If you think I'm an instruction follower, you could not be any more wrong. I don't follow any instructions. I put cars together without instructions. But I guess that's a little different. These are obviously feet. They're adjustable, so you can adjust how much tilt you want to this. So we got 1 foot, 1 foot. Got a bar that's going to go across the bottom, bar that's going to go across here. We're going to have our uprights. Burp, burp. So let's start putting it together, and then we're going to throw some guitars on it. All right. We have 2 equal length. These are the ones without the holes in them. You're going to have your rubber kind of slid to one side. If you're a right-handed guitarist, you're going to want the rubber slid kind of to this side. If you're a left-handed guitarist, you're going to want it slid a little this way. I'm a right-handed guy, so I'm going to keep these slid a little bit this way. Not all the way to the end, because we're going to need that, but kind of make them equal. Then we look at these. We're going to do these last. We'll throw those out of the way for right now. Again, we have instructions. Really? We have 1 page of instructions? Is this a joke? Hey, look at that. It's not even in English. Awesome. I love it when it's not in English. Woohoo! We need that about as bad as we need another hernia. Throw those out of the way. I don't want those. We have a couple of different kinds of fasteners. We have these, which are really nice because you don't need a wrench or anything to do that. Then we have these, which does require a wrench, or the backside actually has a wing nut on them. And so wing nuts you can use with your hands. As long as you can hold that in place, which on these little cheap things, it's pretty easy to do. Let's start with the feet. These have recessed threaded inserts. So we put that in its little spot, and we put our bolt in there, and we get it to where it starts. And this is not a Pro Stock cylinder head, so we're not going to torque the crap out of it. Just get them snug. There's a couple on here you want a little more than snug, but these, it doesn't matter if they're, you don't want to hurt stuff, because this is just cheap Chinese junk. Don't want to hurt too much. Okay, so we get that one in. Can do the same thing. I'm going to move the rubber over a little so they match a little better. I'm a stupid moron when it comes to symmetry. If it's not symmetrical, I can't do it. Speaking of symmetrical, while I'm putting this together, I went out and bought and I think if you've seen my videos, you've seen it, my ESP black metal guitar. My ESP black metal, I bought it because the Floyd Rose was completely and totally screwed up. Now you say, Buzz, how was the Floyd Rose screwed up? Well, if you looked at, here's the neck, and it's coming up to the Floyd. All of the pads were completely equal. Well, that's great if you're playing a 9 and 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 a 9, but if you're doing like the rest of us, and you go 9 to 42 or 10 to 46 or whatever, you can't have all your pads this way. You're going to see them kick this way, and you're going to see a kick between the wound strings and the unwound strings. So if you ever see a guitar that's sitting completely flat, go, hey, intonation's wrong. It's going to sit like that because of the physics of a thicker string. So that's what I found on a picture. I went and bought the guitar because it played like junk. I played one chord on it at like the 8th fret and went, oh! Terrible. So I decided that's not going to work. But it worked great because I got the guitar for not a lot, and I put not a lot in it, and it's now a wonderful guitar. And I'm thinking about milling the top off, putting a quilted maple top on it, and making it something really special. Next are these. These go in. Why? This is going to hold all the structure back and forth this way. So this has to aim in, but this does not have anything that is threaded. So we are going to set it into place. It's got a little lock here. Put that lock there. Now we can go in or out depending, because the guitars aren't going to hit them because the guitars stop here. So we can put it in and put the wing nut on the inside. And we are not going to make this very tight yet because we need to put the top piece on, and it's got to wiggle back and forth to put the top piece on. So we got it in. We're going in. Get another wing nut and bolt. And that's another thing, is they fold out, down and out of the way if you want them to, which I don't ever really want them to. And this one doesn't want to thread very well. Okay, not too tight. Now we're going to go with this piece. This piece, before you put it on, line up all your holes with your recessed, what do you call that? Your recessed threaded pieces. Put one in. This is going to be awesome. I don't know how to get these nice and tight. There's nothing on the end. Oh, whatever. We're going to put just one on right now because this is boring watching me do this. Okay, so that has it looks like they both have threaded inserts. So we're going to just start one. Again, make sure this is aiming out. I'm going to start one over here, and this is why we didn't make them tight yet. We got to wiggle them around, get them just to start. Once we get that one to start, we can put the two centers in. Ew, ew. Pew, pew, pew. And because the machining is usually not great, I have to lift it up a little to get it started. Lift it up a little to get it started. And screw that baby down. There it is, all set up. So what do? Let's put a one-of-a-kind carving with flamed cherry on the end. You sit just like that. If you leave the whammies down, everything fits in real nice. Let's put a Vester in there. Probably never even heard of a Vester. Throw a Vester in there. How about a John Petrucci? Okay, that sounds like a great idea. Put in the first edition Petrucci. Snug it in there. How about a first edition, first year Davies Nuno N4? Let's throw that in there. Still feeling pretty good? All right. How about we put in a 1976 first edition silver burst that's now green burst Les Paul. That strap doesn't want to work. Alright, put that in there. Les Pauls fit a little differently. How about we put Humpty in there? I think Humpty'd like to be in there. Got Humpty going. Throw his strap up and over. Oh, who's next? Who's next? How about a Gutierrez? Let's throw a Gutierrez in there. Everybody needs a good Gutierrez. Let's throw that baby in there. Then if you want, you can put one on the end. You don't have to put one on the end. There's just barely enough room for one on the end. Let's throw the Legacy on there. Let's throw one of these guys in here. This is a big, heavy beast. Maple body. Now, I normally do not put one on the end. Just doing that just to show you what's possible. I normally do not put one here, but now we have it. So there you have it. You got $40,000 worth of guitars getting held up by $40 worth of Chinese junk. Every guitarist's worst nightmare. Hey, this is Buzz Miller saying, buy one of these, buy 2 of them, buy 3 of them. Put them up against the walls. This is a great way to stack guitars for cheap. Hey, keep on rocking, baby.